Good morning students, this is Bhavna Sinha, your chemistry teacher, and today in today's class we are going to read about the chemical properties of metals. We have already discussed about the physical properties of metals. Some of the important physical properties of metals are as follows. The first, you can say that metals are good conductors of heat and electricity. Okay, why metals are good conductors of heat and electricity? Because they have free electrons, and these free electrons can uh, conduct the electricity from one place to the other place. So the first and the most important physical property of metal is that metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. Then you are knowing that metals are malleable and ductile. Now what is the meaning of malleable? Malleable means they can be converted into thin sheets. And what is the meaning of ductile? Ductile means they can be drawn into wires. Okay. So metals are malleable and ductile. Then they have a very specific property which is called sonority. The metals are sonorous in nature. That means if you will strike them, they will just take out pleasant ringing sound. Pleasant ringing sound will be produced when the metals are struck. Okay. Then metals are having high density because they are generally found in solid state. There is only one metal which is known as mercury, and its Latin name is hydrargyrum, and it is found in liquid state. Rest all the metals are found in solid state, and due to the solid nature of metals, they are what we call, they are solid in nature. That's why they are hard also, and they are having high density. Okay, so these properties we have discussed in the last class. Today we are going to discuss the chemical properties of metals. Okay, so you can see I have made the list of those chemical properties of metals. Like the first which we have to read is reaction with oxygen. The first chemical properties of metal which we have to read is reaction with metals. In this we will see that how metals are reacting with how metals are reacting with oxygen, and what do they produce when they react with metals. Okay, and we will see the reaction of different elements like sodium, magnesium, and many more in this. Then the second chemical property of metal is reaction with water. Okay, with water metals show different types of properties. Okay, some metals like sodium and potassium, they react with cold water also. Why? Because they are highly reactive in nature. So they can react with cold water, and when they react with cold water they form their hydroxide, and along with their hydroxide, what is formed? Hydrogen gas is formed. Then there is calcium. Calcium can react with normal water. What is the meaning of normal water? The water which is kept at room temperature. And when calcium is reacting with this normal water, it is forming its hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Okay. Then there is reaction with acids. We will see the reaction of metals with different types of acids like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid, phosphoric acid, acetic acid, formic acid. Then we will see displacement reaction, in which a more reactive metal will displace a less reactive metal from the salt solution. And then at last we will discuss the reaction of the metals with bases. Metals generally do not react with bases, but there are some metals like aluminium is there, zinc is there, then lead is there, then tin is there. These all metals, they can react with acid also, they can react with base also. Why so? Because they form amphoteric oxide. So all this in detail we are going to read in this class one by one. Okay, so let us see reaction with oxygen. So what happens when metals react with oxygen? Okay, so you can see here reaction with oxygen. Metals react with oxygen to form metal oxide. When metals react with oxygen, what do they form? They form metal oxides. Now these metal oxides, when we will form these metal oxides, we will see that these metal oxides are basic in nature. Okay, these metal oxides are basic in nature. Like here you can see I have written one reaction. When copper is heated, it combines with oxygen to form copper oxide. Okay, you can see this reaction is written. When copper is heated, it combines with oxygen to form copper oxide. Reaction is also written down of it. Cu plus O2 gives CuO. When you will balance it, you are knowing how to balance the reaction. 2Cu, it will become 2Cu, and 2CuO it will become. Okay, so this is the first reaction of a metal with oxygen. Now this CuO which is formed here, this is metal oxide, and metal oxides are basic in nature. Okay, they have the properties which is similar to bases. Now other reaction which I have written here is of aluminium. What happens when aluminium reacts with oxygen? So you can see there it is written, when aluminium is heated, it combines with oxygen to form aluminium oxide. Okay, reaction also I have written, Al plus O2 gives Al2O3. Okay, now to balance this reaction, you are knowing how to balance it. It will become 2Al2O3, 4Al and 3O2. So complete balanced reaction will be 4Al plus 3O2 gives 2Al2O3. Okay, so two reactions I have shown where metals are reacting with oxygen to form their oxides, their metal oxides. Now down you can see some metal oxides are basic oxides because they react with water to form bases. I have told you earlier that metal oxides are basic in nature, and here I have given two examples, two very important examples I have given here. Like you can see, sodium is reacting with oxygen to form sodium oxide. Na plus O2 gives Na2O. Okay, now when you will balance this reaction, it will become 4Na plus O2 gives 2Na2O. Now this Na2O is the metal oxide, it is called sodium oxide. Now when we are reacting this sodium oxide with water, this also it is cold water, because like sodium, its compounds are also very reactive. So when this sodium oxide is reacting with cold water, it is forming sodium hydroxide. And the formation of this sodium hydroxide shows that this sodium oxide is basic in nature, because when a base will react with water, then also a new base can be formed. Okay, and since here the new base is formed, that is NaOH, that is why we can say that it is a basic in nature. It is sodium oxide is basic in nature. In the same way I have written another example, K plus O2 gives K2O. Okay, now K is potassium and it is forming potassium oxide, K2O, and when this K2O is reacting with water, when this K2O is reacting with water, again it is forming its hydroxide, and this hydroxide is basic in nature, and it is only possible when this potassium oxide is also basic in nature. So from these two reactions, it is clear that the metal oxide which is formed by the reaction of metals with oxygen are basic in nature. Now down I have written a very important note. Some metal oxides show acidic and basic property both. Okay, like aluminium oxide is there, like zinc oxide is there, like tin oxide is there, like what we call lead oxides is there. So some metals oxides show both acidic and basic properties. Such oxides are called amphoteric oxides. Those oxides which show the property of both acids and bases, they are called amphoteric oxides. Like example, also two example I have written over there, aluminium oxide, zinc oxide, etc. Now you can see that I have shown that how we can say that this aluminium oxide is amphoteric in nature. You can see I have given two reactions. One reaction of aluminium oxide is with acid, and another reaction of aluminium oxide is with base. Since it is reacting with both acid and base, so it is amphoteric oxide. First reaction you can see Al2O3 plus HCl. HCl is hydrochloric acid, and when Al2O3 is reacting with HCl, it acts as base. It is basic in nature, and it is forming AlCl3 plus H2O. In the same way, when Al2O3 is reacting with NaOH, then it is forming a new salt, that is NaAlO2. Okay, and along with that water is formed. So in this case, when this Al2O3 is reacting with NaOH, it is behaving like acidic. So you have seen two different reactions in which Al2O3 is showing its basic, and in the second one it is showing its acidic character. So from these two reactions we can confirm, we can prove that amphoteric oxides are basic in nature. Okay, so this is all about reaction of metals with oxygen. Rest we will discuss in the next class. Thank you, students.